Hello, this is Nick from Breaker Press Games, and today I want to talk about the Stennard Courier Volume 2, which is in its final 48 hours on Kickstarter right now. Before I get into it, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone that has supported thus far. So many of you have been with me on my DCC compatible journey for the last 3 years, and have been with me time and time again over countless Kickstarters. Some of you have been with me even longer. In fact, while I was recording this video, it occurred to me that my game design career actually started 10 years ago this month when I was recovering from ACL surgery. Though my first Kickstarter was, I think, 7 years ago, 7 years ago, the beginning of my game design journey was actually even before that, when I created my first game, Broken Contract. The first draft was written as I was recovering from surgery. So, that being said, I also want to thank those of you that are finding Stennard for the first time right now. I can't thank all of you enough. It is an honor to be able to create content for all of you and to have so much wonderful support. Of course, we can always use more. We want to get our content in front of as many eyeballs as possible. So the usual things of like and subscribe, but also share this video, tell people about Stennard, and why you're excited about the Stennard setting. So much of the growth of Breaker Press Games has been through word of mouth and all of you that have been with me time and time again and spreading the good word. So that all out of the way, let's talk about what's going to be in the Stennard Courier Volume 2. Now, Stennard Courier Volume 2, of course, begins with the Stennard Courier Volume 1. You do not need this book in order to enjoy the Stennard Courier Volume 2. I write everything so that it can stand alone. And with that, the whole focus, I shouldn't say the whole focus, but the primary focus of the Stennard Courier Volume 2 is going to be on the Temple of Delvere and the Light Priestess, which is a mystery in and of itself. It's actually been set up in the Stennard Courier Volume 1 in this blurb right here. This blurb right here, Culture and Religion, which talks about the different religions that are practiced, or the different deities that are worshipped in Stennard. But there is reference there to the Light Priestess and the Temple of Delvere, which was the spiritual center of the town, and how she went blind, lost her faith, and the flock dissipated, and this has contributed to the lack of hope in Stennard. And so Stennard Courier Volume 2 is going to really leans into that hard, focusing on the Light Priestess and the Temple of Delvere. She is also referenced in The Precipice of Corruption, which is where the setting of Stennard began. So, if you have those books, these are things that have already been set up. It's also referenced in Cleft in the Mangled Hills. But you don't need any of those things to be able to enjoy this content, but the threads are all interwoven so that, when you pick up this, that, or the other thing, you will feel this sense of connection and togetherness of all of the content. So, yes, we will unravel the mystery of the Light Priestess and why she went blind, and how that connects to other things in the town of Stennard and other mysteries that can be explored. Secondary, the other focus is going to be on the community leaders in the town. In the Stennard Courier Volume 1, there was a section on community leaders and succession. Why did I write that? Well, in multiple campaigns, people thought that the Constable Clarissa Hems was at the heart of all of the bad doings in Stennard, and she may have gotten shanked once or twice. So I had to figure out what would that power vacuum look like. Well, with that, I ended up creating a line of succession, and there are two names that are referenced right here. Keep doing this. Reference right here. Yelena Hems, her daughter, and Darius Balethrower, who is kind of like the heart of the town. And both of those characters are referenced in the Stennard Courier Volume 1, but are not detailed. And so they are detailed in full in the Stennard Courier Volume 2. In fact, Darius Balethrower is presented, his two-page spread is presented on the Kickstarter story page. As you can see, it has full stats, it has his friends and affiliations, his enemies and suspicions, as well as a number of rumors and bits of information that he carries. Each of the NPCs, just like Stennard Courier Volume 1, is going to have a two-page spread that breaks down everything you want to know about them and the things that they know, the secrets that they keep, as well as the jobs that they can hand out to your PCs. So, that being said, let's talk about who all is in there. And here is a spread that I created showing off all of the beautiful art that Ricardo Gaspar, as well as Jamie Jordan. There's one piece from Jamie Jordan that he did years ago for me for the eventual Stennard Courier Volume 2 that are waiting in the wings. And so we've got Darius Balethrower, Yelena Hems, Eggard History Keeper, Edda Housemistress, Urhan Leech Gripper, Naela Lightbringer, Gulan Shoe Stitcher, Talana Mare Groomer, Trinese Fireminder, the Fire Whisperer, and then the Hive Wardens. And so all of these characters are all featured in the Stennard Courier Volume 2, and each of them has their own motivations, the people that they love, the people they hate, the people that they get along with, the families that they keep. And so this is just going to be, like Stennard Courier Volume 1, it is just packed with information that your PCs are going to spend hours pouring through as they interrogate each of these NPCs to find out what knowledge they hold, and also, the different things that they sell and all that good stuff, because each of them has got wares and what have you. One of my players, their favorite is actually the Fire Whisperer, the orphan on the bottom page, who is setting up one of the mysteries for the future. Why does he sit at the common fire and whisper into the fire day in and day out, but is otherwise nonverbal? Each of these characters has their mysteries that they keep, and it is just going to be an onion for your PCs to peel, for your players to peel. So that all out of the way, let's talk about, I am actually going to add one more add-on right after I drop this video. Outlying Farms is this month's Patreon reward. It is a number of farmsteads that you can populate outside of the town of Stennard. There is a random roll chart of actual farm cartography. You can just roll a d8 in order to select any of those, or you can handpick them based upon the farmer that the family that you want to talk about. Let's try this again. Yep. And then there is a random roll chart of a dozen different farmsteads and the different families that live there. Like a lot of my other random roll charts, it is broken into lawful, neutral, and chaotic, and then a d4 roll for the actual family, giving you 12 different options and a whole host of different ways that the PCs might end up interacting with them, depending on whether they're starving and chaotic or whether they are lawful and just want somebody to escort them to a safer place. So this is this month's Patreon reward. You can either get this by becoming a Patreon member at $5 and above, or you can add it on to this Kickstarter and have it shipped to you with the Stennard Courier Volume 2 in the winter, in February when it comes out. So you'll see that added post-haste. Thank you so much for supporting Breaker Press Games, supporting indie games and indie game designers. I cannot thank you enough. Please tell your friends about the Stennard Courier Volume 2. It is on Kickstarter for another 48 hours. By the time I finish recording and posting this, it will be 46 hours. So time's wasting. So tell your friends. All right, thank you so much. This is Nick from Breaker Press Games. Thank you for supporting indie games and indie game designers. I will talk to you all soon.